Today is the day. Today is the day. I am going to get this shit done. Whether I break shit or hurt myself, I'm getting it done. Because there's a wee bit of COVID going around my house. It's very interesting. 2 of the 3 people in my house have COVID. Or I should say 2 of the 5 have tested positive for COVID. But the other 3 haven't shown any symptoms at all. Not one single one. Weird. But because of that, my friends that would be willing to help all have small children, and I'm not going to be the reason that they come over here, help me, and then go home and take the shit home to their kids, because I don't know if I'm carrying it or what the fuck's going on. I'm so tired of this COVID shit. I'm sorry, guys. I'm more smooth out of it. Smooth out. But anyways, all that translates to is today I'm doing this shit by myself, which is okay. Just like how it was back in the day, y'all know what I'm saying? OG MattyX, we was doing this shit by ourselves. Well, no, James or Chris was always around, almost always. They're always been helping. But anyways, I remembered that some of these bell housing bolts were not the prettiest. That one was okay. I remember a couple of these suckers were not happy with life, and so I snatched some of these up from work. Perks of working at a place that deals with LS's. We got some bell housing bolts, so boss let me grab a handful of these, take them home. I didn't know how many I needed, so I just grabbed 6 because I knew I had some good ones. I knew all mine weren't stripped, but I knew some of them were like pretty freaking ate up. So I laid this kitty litter down on a week ago, and I did it to kind of try to soak up some of the training fluid, but it also rained twice this week really hard, and as you can tell, we are brown on the floor again, so it flooded. So I'm going to try to sweep some of this up right quick, get it half decent under there, roll under there, get myself caught back up to like what we left hanging, dangling, where we're at. And then I am going to take our transmission cross member and clean it off because it's covered in about a 1/4 inch of sludge all the way through. So I'm going to figure out how to clean that off so that every time we're crawling under there, we're not sticking our hand on it and just getting a handful of So get all that cleaned up, get my tools back organized, figured out what I need, what I don't need, and slap the converter on there and try to rattle that son of a bitch up in there, you know what I'm saying, what I'm talking about, see what happens. Alright, floors half-ass decent. Scrounged up all my metric 15s, 14s, 12s, 10s, ratchets, wrenches. And I forgot, I got one thing left to do. I smooth forgot till I crawled under there and looked at it, but I got to get this little flex plate adapter dilly bopper off, because this bad Johnny right here, which I should have known, I had to use this to make that other black converter work, and I should have known right there. This adapter is to bolt turbo 350, 400, or 700 R4s to an LS. You have to have this adapter. So I should have known right there that I had the wrong shit. But anyways, all you got to do, I got to unbolt these, and then I think I have the stock bolt somewhere, because I remember these are different ones, they're longer. I got to double check that, but just got to unbolt this. I remember they're tighter than shit. Take this adapter off, put the bolts back on, put the flex plate back on. All right, got it off. These, I remembered these were longer flex plate bolts, so luckily I had a bag of like 3 transmissions worth of them. So I picked a nice clean 6 with not rounded heads off, chunked it in there. I already got it on. There's several different argued sequences of how you should do it, but I just did the Ugga Dugga in a nice little star pattern, couple clicks, you know, just enough to get it on there nice and straight. And then at 74 foot-pounds is the final sequence if you do all 3. So I just, like I said, I did the Ugga Dugga in a star pattern, and then I ran the torque wrench at 74 foot-pounds. 1 click on each one. Good to go. We're going to call it good. This is the adapter if you're trying to use a turbo 350, turbo 400, or 700 R4, and you want to bolt that kind of trans up to an LS. This is what you need. I think it's like 60 bucks on Summit. That one's for sale now, so I won't be needing that shit. But yeah, now I'm gonna slide the torque converter on and wrestle this heavy motherfucker down there. I remembered the truck's not really high enough for it to just slide under, but James and Chris slid the tall part of the bell housing like through the fender well real weird to get the transmission under the truck. And then from there I've got to hump it up on the floor jack that I've got set up right here with a nice little piece of board on it. You know, some ghetto shit. Got to hump that bitch on there. I think that's going to be the hardest part, is me down there on my back trying to like wrestle the transmission up onto the floor jack. But I think once I get that, I have a feeling I'll have a better time after. I feel like that's going to be the hardest part, because then I can use the floor jack and kind of jack it up and try to hold it steady and get it up in there. I got everything out of the way, all my lines and everything, all my electrical stuff, everything's out of the way. So all I got to do is just jack it up, get it up in there, and I'm going to try to zip like 3 or 4 bolts in, like snug. Once I get it piloted on there, run them bolts in real quick, get it snug, and then try to jack it up the rest of the way to get that transmission cross member under there. That way that can hold the back of the transmission up, and then I don't have to worry about it falling from that point forward. Then I can just worry about running the rest of the bolts in. So yeah, boys, here we go. All right, just spritzed a second coat on here right quick. The paint's shooting like poop because it's kind of cool out. It's only like 40 degrees, and it's a crap that's got primer in it, so it always does this. I don't know why. Crappy, but anyways, that's the second coat on this side. I'm gonna let that dry up. Shouldn't take too long. We're in the sun, and we'll let that dry up enough for me to flip it over. And which this is the side you'd see. So like if you put the truck up on a lift and you were looking at it from the bottom, this is the side that you see. And then this bottom side right here is the side that touches the transmission. So chances are you'd never see this side of it. So I'm just going to do 1 coat on this bottom edge, and then we'll call it good. I forgot I had to do that, but might as well take the extra step, because it was full of like gunk and grime. Might as well take the extra step, even though not very many people are ever going to see this. It's nice for us that are going to have to work on it in the future. You know, that way if you're at this point, guys, I really strongly suggest that you clean stuff up. Yeah, it takes an extra 15-20 minutes to do something, but you know, for me, I just mixed up some cleaner, took a brush, brushed all the built up grime and gunk off of it, and then just hit it with a fresh coat of some cheap ass with that can of paint. It's probably what, $3. So I always got to try to, if I'm feeling it and I'm not in a hurry and it's not something that I gotta hurry up and get done, or it absolutely just don't matter if it looks like hog shit, then I won't do it. But something like this, it'll be nice, you know, if we ever got to get down there again, or we're messing with something, or we're, you know, servicing something, and you stick your hand up to move the cross member, or grab a hold of it to pull yourself on a creeper, and you don't get a handful of grime. That's awesome. So we're gonna sit here and watch paint dry, and then we're gonna try to see if we can kill ourselves rolling this transmission in there. I think it's time. That was a biatch. I 10 out of 10 do not suggest you installing a transmission by yourself if your vehicle is on jack stands. It is a mother father. I put in the bed bolts once and for all, like for real, I really did it. I really did put the bed bolts in, so we got that done. Got the training in, all the bolts are tied to the bell housing bolts. Had to pull the torque converter about 1/8 of an inch to the flex plate, tighten it down, it spun freely, tightened it down, put the drive shaft in, got all my lines zip tied back up, all my electrical wires, all that shit. Hooked up the shift linkage. Still feels really weird. Reverse and park is very odd. I don't know if there's some adjusting to be done there. I don't think so. I've got to look into what's going on there. I don't know. But I double checked everything up front, and I put 8 quarts of training fluid in it, which should be more than enough to start it up, get some fluid slinging through the pump. And I've still got it completely in the air, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it idle for a couple minutes, and I'm going to put that bitch in gear and see if we can see the wheels turning. If the wheels turn, we're home free, we'll be set, and we'll finally be able to move forward. Let's all cross our fingers together before I do this, because I need some fucking positive vibes, because I'm about smooth wore out of this shit. But as long as it's done, the training works, then we can move forward, put the lights on, get all the lights working right, making it street legal. I'm just going to duct tape the tag on for now because I got a plan for a back bumper, and I don't want to put the OBS one on now, if I'm just going to take it back off and put the one I have planned on. Which I'm not going to tell y'all about that one yet. But, anyways, yeah, I'm going to hook all the positive cables back up and make too much noise for old Taco to handle. And let's see if it worked. Little ventilation, you know. At least some. Because we about died last time we did this shit. This whole boy's eyes were watering, my eyes were watering. It was a bad deal. What? Let's see what happens. Ooh. Fuel pump kicked on. Oh, I hope this thing ain't dead. It's probably dead. Shit, dude, this thing's been out here all fucking week.
What's that?
My tablet. Freaking thing.
Fuck it, use the TV.
Bluetooth it to the TV. Yeah, it's fucking dead, man. Oh well, we don't have gauges today, boys.
Oh my god, it's about to be loud as fuck.
It never works the first time. Every time I do it, I forget how low this thing is. I love it. All right. Let's see if I didn't do it right. Okay.
You got forward and reverse.
Yeah, my shift linkage needs adjusted. All right, so it should be reversed. I think it works. Tune's real shitty, so that's why it keeps dying. Or, well, let me rephrase that. It's not shitty, it's a bass tune. It's not. I think we're all right. I think we're in good shape. we're not spewing fluid anywhere. When I put it all the way down into 1, it goes forward. 2, 3 goes forward. Drive goes forward. It's really hard to find, like park to neutral and reverse is like really strange. So that's something to do with my shift linkage. I don't know what's the deal with that, but I guess we could celebrate. I'm just so like used to like something not being right that I'm not excited, but I mean, shit, I guess it worked. Taco's cold. Look at that shit.
Whew. It's cold.
It is cold. It's probably like 30. It's 30 something. Well, boys,
We moved a couple inches.
yeah, we did. We went forward and backward. I'll be damned.
That's the most the truck has moved?
Ever. That's the most this truck has ever moved under its own power since I have owned it.
And before that?
Yeah, it was parked for 2 years. This is the first time in like 3 years this bitch has moved. And we've got 8 plus 3. We've got 11 quarts in it. I imagine the cooler and lines eat up a little bit. So I'm going to leave it set overnight and we'll check it tomorrow. Woohoo, I guess. Sorry I'm not excited, guys. I'm so used to this thing like not working or something being wrong. I guess I'm just not excited, but well, shit, it I guess I'm in awe because it actually worked, I think. I'm just nervous, guys. Like we just said, I bought this truck in February as a V6 with a messed up transmission, and I gotta tighten up my oil pressure fitting. Look at that shit, boys. Oh, we're leaking a little bit of oil. Oh, no big deal. We'll tighten that up. Anywho, see, that's how ADHD works right there. I already forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, so I guess it just hasn't hit me yet. Like, this motherfucker just moved. Cool. So that's going to be the end of this one. I guess it's Saturday, so I guess tomorrow I can come out here and do the cool shit, like put the grill and the lights and figure out our whole light situation. Make sure the lights work on the back. And shoot, as long as we get that, it's ready to get aligned and exhaust and bells. I don't even know what to think anymore, boys. I guess it worked. Sorry, I just don't even, I don't even know what to say. My shit worked. I spent a lot of money on that transmission and converter. Let's hope that clank I heard when I put it in park the first time wasn't bad. We've got plenty of fluid on the dipstick, so I know you're supposed to check it in park while it's running, blah blah blah, fuck off, I know. Yeah, that's it for this one. I don't see any puddles, I don't see any leaks, except for the oil pressure deal. I gotta fix that. I guess that's it, boys. Thank all of you who ordered on the website over Christmas and New Year's. Orders have picked up a little bit, and that's really exciting for me because that helps free up a little bit of money to spend on this. You know, that helps pay for that $2,400 transmission and converter. Which, don't you dare comment that I overpaid for it, because I got a badass transmission and converter. It's a triple disc, badass. a lot of stuff, and the transmission was upgraded, and it's built by a dude who has a huge reputation here. So don't give me no shit. I paid $2,400 tax and all for a badass converter, a badass 4060, more than this power combination will ever wear out. And yeah, so anyways, if you guys want to buy some merch, the link is in the description. As always, MattyXBuilds.com. We've got hats still, some flat bills. We've got beanies still. We have a few of the OBS OG tees. Nobody's buying those. I guess they suck. Sorry I put out a whack design. We'll keep moving forward with that. We've got the Among Us, the boys. We've got the truck outline. We've got the OG. We've got the drop kind of sus. We've got lanyards, air fresheners. You know the deal. As for me, I guess that's it. I'm going to end it with a smile because, well, shit, it went forward and backwards. The shifter's kind of concerning, but I think that is a minor situation. That's something we can fix easy with a little bit of knowledge from somebody. And yeah, so other than that, peace out. We'll see you next time. Be human. And yeah, that's it. Later.